Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us right here for Lara Trump, Wanted for Questioning. Can't wait to dig into these questions today. Maybe I have some questions for you, but let's see what you got for me. Here we go. Question number 1. Is the craziness over, or is it a new form of craziness now? I assume you're talking about just in general, like the way that people got really crazy with Donald Trump, with, the election, all of that. I mean, you could argue it a couple of different ways. Here's what I'll say. I think I generally feel very calm, and I think a lot of the country feels that way. I feel like a weight has been lifted off of America and honestly the whole world. And I think it's because there was such overwhelming support for Donald Trump. There were so many people who maybe you didn't even suspect had voted Trump in this election who are now like, you know what? Yeah, I'm out here. I'm happy to show my support. I voted for this guy. I want to make America great again. And it feels really good. And I actually think that even some folks, I know it's hard to believe, Joe and Mika went and, sat down with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Some of his biggest critics, especially within the mainstream media, are now like, all right, well, that's it. He won. We're going to have to figure out our next move because all the fear mongering, all the scare tactics that we tried to use over the past 9 years really haven't worked on the people of this country. And I don't know if they change course. I'm sure they're still going to try to get crazy, but I'm telling you, I have such an overwhelming feeling of hope and just positivity about what we're going to see happen over the next 4 years in America. I really think that people who still don't like Donald Trump, who are upset maybe that he won this election, I really believe that these people are going to come around, that you're going to see very quickly positive things happen in this country. We're going to clean up the waste and abuse and fraud within the federal government. Guess what? That means we're not wasting more of your money, your taxpayer money. $2 trillion a year is what we're paying on average extra right now, that Vivek and Elon say, you know what? We're going to go in and we're going to clean this up and we're going to figure out where all the money is just being wasted. That's a good thing. You have all the folks in the Middle East already coming together, already all kind of calling Donald Trump, having conversations with him. He's just president-elect. He's not even in the White House yet, about peace agreements, about peace in the Middle East, about getting rid of all the nonsense that's going on over there and settling things back down. China obviously is on notice. Donald Trump isn't playing with them. He wants to make sure that we have the right things in terms of trade with China. They're not ripping us off. We're going to get our energy independence back. It's going to make us a stronger country, bring down gas prices, bring down inflation. You're going to see more job growth here in America, so that obviously we're going to be just humming and firing on all cylinders as a country. More people back to work, more money in your pocket, real wage growth. Those are really good things for America. And even if you hate Donald Trump, he's still going to do it for you. He's still fighting for you. He still wants to work for you, and he will. And so I just feel very positive that the craziness that we've seen over the past 9 years with Donald Trump, I don't think it works anymore. I think they know it on the left. I think they know it in the mainstream media. And even though they'll still try to throw little pieces of bait out there for you every now and again, I don't think people are biting. I don't think they're buying it anymore. And I think they're ready to come together and unify, because success will unify us. That's what Donald Trump always says. And I think we're going to see that happen. All right, next question. What's the Thanksgiving plan this year? So we're going to stay in the area. We usually travel for Christmas. Usually head up to North Carolina, my home state, and we're going to stay in the area. And I believe there will be a dinner hosted at a little place called the Mar-a-Lago Club. Probably go over there, have dinner with my father-in-law, Melania, Barron, whoever else in the family's around. I don't even know. Is this so sad? We've all sort of like had to take a breather. I don't even know what the heck everybody else is doing. I assume some of the rest of the family will be over there. And then other than that, when you live in Florida, I mean, we get some nice weather down here. This is the time of year you want to be here, and we're going to take full advantage of that. So I don't know. My kids are talking about maybe a beach day ahead of dinner. Anything could happen. We'll see how it goes. I will not be cooking very much if we're going to Mar-a-Lago, though. this year, but I will be looking forward to cooking with my mom when I go home for Christmas. That's our time to shine. That's when we really get into it. And as soon as Thanksgiving is done, my mom and I get on the phone and we start planning what's going to happen for Christmas and what food needs to be prepped and how we're going to do it and how we're going to divvy things up, what she needs to buy ahead of me getting there, all the things. So I'm definitely looking forward to that because I'm not going to get my fix of that for Thanksgiving, but that's okay. I'll be able to then go to bed in a nice clean house without having to work too hard for it. The story of MyPillow is a testament to faith and transformation. Mike Lindell, once battling addiction, found a new path when he embraced faith and began following Jesus. In gratitude, Mike is excited to share an exclusive offer with our listeners. Right now, the standard MyPillow is available for less than $15, a savings that's too good to pass up. There's a limit of 10 per customer, so don't wait to take advantage of this amazing deal now with promo code TRUMP. Mike believes God gave him the idea for MyPillow in a dream, and it's designed with your comfort in mind. The pillow holds its shape and adapts perfectly to your unique sleep position, helping keep your neck aligned for the best night's sleep. And there's more. Take home a 4-piece kitchen set for only $25. Enjoy their new mattress topper starting at just $99.99, or pick up the luxurious MyPillow bed sheets starting at $49.98. Visit MyPillow.com and use promo code TRUMP to unlock huge discounts. Don't miss out. Order today. Next question. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, a big fan of mine, I'm sure, says you can't run for senator. Why is that? You know, I saw this, some video. I don't know that anybody really cares what she has to say, but just assuming they do, where she tried to claim that I'm not even a resident of Florida. Excuse me. I've lived in Florida, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, for 3.5 years. I moved my family down here in August of 2021. My kids have been in school the whole time. My whole life is down here. So I don't know what the heck she's talking about. And I don't know how long she feels somebody needs to be a resident of a state in order for that to count for her. But it counts for me. I've been here a long time. Look, with this Senate seat, we'll see what happens with it. A lot of moving parts. Got a lot of things going on in my life. You may have noticed I launched a clothing brand, fitness wear line since this election wrapped up. There are a lot of things that I had in the works whenever I was called to be asked to run for co-chair of the RNC. And then I had to put everything on hold and say, all right, we've got an election to win. I've got to focus solely on the task at hand, which of course was winning on November 5th, 2024. So because of that, there are a lot of those things that I had to just put the brakes on and put on the side. And now I'm getting them back, and we're working on all of these things again. So stay tuned. The clothing line is not the only thing coming up for me. I've got a lot of moving parts. So we'll see what happens with the Senate seat. But yeah, if that came to fruition, I would have every legal right and requirement set up so that I could actually serve as a United States Senator for the state of Florida. So Ms. Wasserman Schultz might want to check herself on some of her facts. She's getting some bad info. Okay, next question. When will we get Lara Trump, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK Jr. workout videos? By the way, yes. Okay, I'm fully in on this. First of all, Tulsi and I have known each other for, I don't even know, like 2 years now. Been a big fan of hers. I've seen her doing a little workout every now and again on her social media. Now we know RFK will come full shirt off, and I'm not mad about that. You know, I'm down for a shirtless workout all day, every day, because once I get hot, it's got to come off. You know, we're just rocking a sports bra. That's okay. You do you, and I'm going to do me, and that's how I operate. I would love to do a workout with the two of them. And obviously, I would love to record it and share it with the world. I'm sure that it would upset a lot of people on the left, which is quite frankly one of the reasons that I really want to do it. By the way, all of it is just so cool. Think about what we're talking about right now. That here we are, post Donald Trump winning an election, post, you know, us taking back the United States Senate, still maintaining a majority in the House. And we're talking about Tulsi Gabbard, a former Democrat congresswoman, who, by the way, will be the director of national intelligence for Donald Trump's administration, and RFK Jr., a Kennedy, whose entire background is Democrat. That's the whole family. They're all Democrats. Their name is synonymous with Democrat politics. He's on our team now too. We've won an election, and he's going to be, of course, in charge of Health and Human Services. I couldn't love any of this more. And if I got a workout video with the two of them, that might just be it. Just pack it all up. I'm done here. My work is done here, folks. Stay tuned, because now that this election's done, I can spend at least a little bit more time doing the workouts that I feel like I really just like halfway did. I just fit things in where I could, especially that last like month and a half. That was a grind. That was a hustle. So let me see. Stay tuned for that. Maybe coming down the pike soon. Final question. What is something about President Trump that nobody knows about? Oh my gosh. I feel like I've shared a lot with you guys. I mean, I always talk about how funny he is. He really is like the greatest sense of humor. And he finds comedy in every space. And I feel like, Eric and I talk to him all the time. He'll call around 11 p.m., midnight sometimes. And he'll be on the phone with us forever. And we have the funniest conversations with him. I absolutely love it. But he really is, I think what people are going to learn about Donald Trump, and maybe you're already seeing some of this, is that he really has such a huge heart. He really is such a good guy that he's willing to give people who have wronged him in so many different ways second and even third chances. Those are his words. You can look them up. I think he posted it on X or Truth or something. Of course, referencing Joe and Mika coming to Mar-a-Lago. And I just think that he wants to believe that everybody has changed their mind maybe on him, that everybody's a good person. I'm sure there won't be. I'm sure there will be, any presidential administration, you always have people in there maybe who don't have your best interest in mind. But I think that he just wants the country to come together. And I really believe that after July 13th, after that assassination attempt, I mean, you don't almost lose your life and come out the same on the other side of it. I've said that consistently since this happened. And I really believe that applies to him as well. I just think that he knows he was made for this time, for this moment, to save this country, to give us America back, to save really the world. Because you think about what could be happening. Think about nuclear war. We've already seen the threat of that from some of these bad actors out there, some of our adversaries out there. That's one you don't come back from. That's one that, once that happens, like that's it. The world is done. And I think he understands the moment and what he needs to do. And so I just think that so many people are going to be surprised by how they feel about this man at the end of his term in office. And maybe it'll even come sooner than that. I hope so. Because, man, he deserves it. He deserves praise. He deserves accolades. He deserves for people to see him in the way that I see him and that Eric sees him and our whole family sees him. And I really believe that's going to happen. But look, if I could give everybody just an insight into Donald Trump, just like he could have been a comedian, quite frankly. And I love it. He's such a fun person to be around. So it's an honor. I can't believe I get to call myself his daughter-in-law. So that's going to do it for us for this episode of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Send us more of those questions. I mean, don't be shy. We've got the holidays coming in hot. You better ask me some holiday questions. All of it. I'm ready for it. More workout questions. Again, I'm back into the workout. So send them this way. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and follow. And we'll see you back here next time for more of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Nothing is worse than being on a phone call that drops. Nothing is worse than trying to text someone and you can't reach them because your phone is out of service range. And nothing is worse than supporting these major corporations and companies who don't support us. That is why I love Patriot Mobile. They are America's only Christian conservative wireless network. They use every cell tower out there available to all networks so that they have the greatest 4G and 5G coverage nationwide. and they support the causes that are important to us as conservatives. If you go today to patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump and use the promo code Trump, you will get free activation today. Again, that is patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump. The promo code is Trump for free activation so that you can get a great sell plan and feel good about doing it.